Hey friends, so it is April 10th and we are going to get some more things started in the garden today. We're going to plant some seeds and potentially a few of my calendula flowers, so stick with me and we are going to spend a day in the garden. So I looked at the forecast for the next 10 days and it looks like that we are not going to have any cold temperatures for the next foreseeable future. So I use an app that a local meteorologist around here actually helped develop, and I looked clear through the rest of April and into May, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any temperatures that are getting down into the 30s like I initially thought. So I think I'm going to be safe to start things a little bit earlier this year than I have in the past. But mostly I'm gonna hold off till it gets till the very end of April, 1st of May before I plant out my things that I know love the heat, like tomatoes and peppers and basils. But there's a few little things here and there that I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna start some with seeds and then we're gonna get some started with calendula because I don't think there's gonna be any cold weather, at least for the next 10 days. So yay, I'm super excited about that. And we are going to spend a little morning in the garden and get some stuff done. So I moved down closer to the garden because I'm going to be filling my wooden planters with soil, and this is where my soil is. So I got these wooden planters actually on the clearance rack at Walmart probably 4 to 6 weeks ago, and I've just been saving them. And I got them, they were on sale for $16 a piece, and I felt like that was a pretty good deal. They were, I don't know, mid-20s whenever they were full price. And so I thought it was a decent enough buy, and they were nice. And I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna buy these planters and plant more of my perennial stuff in it. So my plan is to do things like some of my herbs like mint and catnip and lemon balm, stuff like that, that I want to have come back every year. And I'm hoping that maybe these planters will be a way for them to come back. So I had to run inside and get my knife because I just realized that I didn't have it here. But we are going to open up and see how much soil can go in a container, because I'm not really sure how big. And my bags of potting mix are now super heavy because it has been raining. So they are very wet. I think I can put a whole one in. That'll be perfect. Yes, okay. Awesome. So basically one per container. So I'm going to also trying to break up some of the big chunks here. I'm going to go ahead and put in a little bit of, even though I know that this has some fertilizer in it, a little bit, it's supposedly, I'm going to go ahead and just add in a little bit more fertilizer of the Trifecta Plus that I have been using from In My Gardener. I'm not going to do a lot. I'm just going to sprinkle in a little bit and kind of mix that in just to make sure that these herbs and stuff have got plenty of fertilizer to hopefully last the season. And like I said, I'm not putting in much just because I know that these already have some fertilizer in them. So, okay, well that's pretty much, the first one is ready. And I think what I'm gonna do is look at my list. So we've got lemon balm that I've been cold stratifying here. And I think we'll just go with these seeds. So there's a bunch of seeds in there on a wet napkin. So my plan is to just kind of surface sow these and see how this does. I may end up these have kind of got ice on them. They kind of have stuck to this paper towel, which none of my other seeds have done that. So I'm kind of half tempted to just leave them on this paper towel and just, because that paper towel will definitely disintegrate. And if I kind of break some holes in there, I think we're gonna try this. So who knows what's gonna happen with my lemon balm here. But the seeds were not wanting to come off. So we are just gonna try to bury them down in on this paper towel. I grew lemon balm last year and I didn't cold stratify it, but I was reading this year that it really needs cold stratification. So who knew? It did okay last year. In my green stock is where I grew it. So I think what I'm gonna do is open up another bag and just pull a little bit out. Oh, did you see that, friends? I just totally dropped that. I'm sure that my seeds are still not going to be on that paper towel, but we're going to try to rescue what we can. Good thing I have more lemon balm seeds and I may just have to plant it from seed and not cold stratify it. Such is the life of a gardener. Okay, here we go. Well, I got my soil all in my containers and I'm gonna have to replant the lemon balm since I don't know what happened with that fiasco. I may have lost a bunch of seeds and I don't wanna run that risk, so I'm just going to direct sow some lemon balm, and I'm also gonna direct sow some catnip, and then I've got my Vera lavender that's been cold stratifying. I'm doing another round of that, as well as chamomile and echinacea. So we are going to plant these three, I think, in those grow bags, and we're gonna see what happens. All right, so I got my cold stratifying seeds done. The chamomile stuck to the napkin just like my lemon balm did. They're super tiny seeds and they just stuck to it. So I just basically put the napkin down or the paper towel down, seed side up, and then just put dirt all over on top. We're gonna see what happens. I also have some other chamomile that's growing in red solo cups. So if that doesn't work, I do have a backup plan, which is a good idea. So right here, I got another packet of lemon balm and I have chamomile, or not chamomile, but catnip. So I am going to just direct sow some more lemon balm in there and then put some catnip in here. So that way I will be sure to have lemon balm come up no matter what, because I definitely want some lemon balm. And these little seeds are super tiny. So I think what I'm gonna do is go get my little shovel. And kind of just shovel a little bit out. I know I'm sticking it right over here, but I will take from this one and add to that one. And then we are just going to sprinkle these little seeds in here. And I am just going to plant it all, because I definitely want to get some catnip to come up. And then I'm just taking this extra soil out of here. And just kind of sprinkling it on top. And hope that some of those seeds make it down. And then I'm going to kind of do the same thing in here with the lemon balm. I have my paper towel in there still, so I can't dig down too deep. We're gonna just do the same thing, and then I'll take some soil from this other planter. And just kind of lightly sprinkle on top. All right, so there we go. We got everything planted in. I'm gonna go turn the water on. I'm gonna water everything in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and water my brassicas, and then we'll do a quick little brassica tour at the end, so stick around. All right, as promised, here is the quick little garden tour. Just gonna be of my brassicas. I'm gonna do an actual full garden tour next week, so I will try to hopefully film in the evening when it's not so windy, and I can actually pull back the fabric that I have covering the insect netting, and that way you can actually really see the plants good. And then we'll show you an update on my potatoes and if anything has sprouted from what I planted today. So, but let's take a peek at my brassicas. So this bed here is my broccoli and 2 cabbage bed. So I have a cabbage right here, and then this is broccoli, 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 broccoli. Then that one didn't survive. That's a broccoli right there, and then over there is a cabbage, and then I got a broccoli over there. So I think I may actually get some, if it stays cool enough, I might be able to get some. We'll see. I'm not holding my breath, but it's possible that I may be able to get some broccoli and cabbage if it doesn't get too hot too quick. So we're crossing our fingers. And then this bed over here is just 6 broccoli. I planted a kohlrabi there and it didn't survive. It was kind of a weak one, so I didn't think that it probably would. But we have a broccoli plant there, and then that broccoli plant didn't survive. Then we have one there, and then over there we got 3. You can kind of see them. I'll come around to the other side so maybe you can see them a little better if I stand in the sun's shadow. And then the last bed back here is the kohlrabi. And so I think I have 10 kohlrabi in here, and some of them are looking pretty good actually. I was just noticing when I was watering that one there is starting to bulb up, and this big one is as well. I don't know if you can see it much through the cloth, but they are starting to bulb a little. So I may get some kohlrabi this year. I have never grown it successfully yet, so we'll see. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed this quick little garden tour that I threw here on the end, just to give you a little update of my broccoli, cabbage, and kohlrabi. We'll see if we get any. If it doesn't get too hot too quick, then I might actually get some. We'll see. So thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I just wanted to say before I go, keep tending, keep thriving, and let's grow together. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye, friends.